Welcome once again to my YouTube channel Knowledge Entertainment. In the previous video we have completed the topic trigonometric identities and we have taken so many questions from easier level, then we have moved to the medium level and we completed the topic with the typical tricky problems. And now we are moving to the next topic, and the next topic is trigonometric equations. How to solve trigonometric equations. And first we will see the basics behind the solution of the trigonometric equations, its particular solution and its general solution. Suppose we are given that sin x is equal to alpha and we have to find its general solution. To find the particular solution is comparatively easy, or you can say easier than to find the general solution. But general solution is also not so much difficult. You see the graph of the function sin x. Graph of the function sin x will, when you will see, it will be something like this. Here the value is, the maximum value of sin x is 1, the minimum value is -1, 0 and so on. So when sin x is equal to alpha, then one thing is very much clear, then alpha must lie between -1 and 1. So alpha may be anywhere between -1 and 1. So suppose your alpha is here. Now sin x is equal to alpha means this line, this y is equal to alpha, whenever it cuts the graph of sin x, you will find one solution. So first time it is cutting it here, draw a perpendicular from this point to the x-axis, and here you will get some angle whose value will be, sine of the value of that angle will be alpha. Suppose this angle is theta. That means your sine theta is equal to alpha. That means x is equal to theta is the particular solution. This is your particular solution. Now this is the point pi by 2. Here it is the point pi. Then you are having here the point 3 pi by 2. Then this is 2 pi. Similarly, here it will be 5 pi by 2. Then 6 pi. Then 7. You will have 7 pi, 8 pi here, and so on. You will get values like this. Sorry, this pi, 2 pi, and then it will be 3 pi, and then it will be 7 pi by 2, and it will be 4 pi. In this manner, you will get the values. Now, this alpha, first time it is coming at this point theta. Next time, when it will be here, since the graph is symmetric, so the distance from 0 to theta is same as the distance from pi to this point. So this point will definitely be pi minus theta. Then you will move ahead. Here it is 2 pi, and this distance is once again, this distance is again theta. So this point will be 2 pi plus theta, and at this point this will be 3 pi minus theta. So in this manner you are getting the values of x. So values of x are coming to be theta, then pi minus theta, then 2 pi plus theta, then 3 pi minus theta, and so on. So generalize this. What you are getting here, the general value of x is n pi plus minus 1 raised to the power n into theta. When you will put n is equal to 0, you will get theta. When you will put n is equal to 1, you will get pi minus theta. When you will put n is equal to 2, you will get 2 pi plus theta. When you will put n is equal to 3, you will get 3 pi minus theta, and so on. So the general value of x is n pi plus minus 1 raised to the power theta, where sin theta is equal to alpha, and alpha is the value which is obtained first time when this line y is equal to alpha was crossing the curve sin x, y is equal to sin x. So this is the way how to obtain solution of a trigonometric equation when sin x is equal to alpha is given. Similarly, if you are given with cos x is equal to alpha, what will happen? Look at, so suppose you are given cos x is equal to alpha. Now you will have to consider the graph of the curve cos x, and we know that the graph of cos x is something like this. Once again, this is the maximum value 1, and here you are getting the minimum value minus 1, and cos x is equal to alpha once again means your alpha lies between minus 1 and 1. So once again, suppose your alpha is here. So alpha is here, the line y is equal to alpha. Now look at how it is behaving at. This is your 0, this point is your pi by 2, this point is pi, here it is 3 pi by 2, then it is 2 pi, then it is 5 pi by 2, then it is 3 pi, then it is 7 pi by 2, and so on. Now this is the first point where you are getting this angle theta. So first of all, you are getting x is equal to theta, where cos of theta is equal to alpha. This is the first point. Then this line will again cut the curve here at this point, and what this point is, you look at here, you are getting the value, this point, this distance, similar to here, you are getting this distance. So if it is theta, then it will be 2 pi minus theta, because this and this are same. Then once again you will get it here, and this distance is once again theta. So here it is 2 pi, so 2 pi minus theta is a solution, 2 pi plus theta is also a solution. So x is equal to theta, then it is 2 pi minus theta, then it is 2 pi plus theta, then it will be 4 pi minus theta, then it will be 4 pi plus theta, and so on. In this manner you will get the values of x if cos x is given to be alpha, and generalizing it, what the result you are going to get? You are going to get x is equal to 2n pi plus minus theta. So where cos of theta is equal to alpha. Now if cos x is equal to alpha is given, then solution will be given by x is equal to 2n pi plus minus theta. So this is the general solution where n is any natural number, because we are going to obtain the general solution. So n may assume any value. If your n is 0, you will get plus minus theta. So early it will be minus theta, then it will be plus theta. When your n is 1, you will get 2 pi minus theta and 2 pi plus theta. When your n is 2, you will get 4 pi minus theta and 4 pi plus theta, and so on. So it will be the general solution that if cos x is equal to alpha, then x is equal to 2n pi plus minus theta, where cos theta is equal to alpha. So this is how to solve an equation involving cos x. Now the third one, the third important result in this field is for tan. What you will get when your tan x is alpha? When you are given tan x is equal to alpha, once again consider the graph, it is 0. So you will get graph of tan something like this, and this is your line pi by 2. Then the values will start from here, and here it will be pi, and then again it will be the line 3 pi by 2. Once again the graph will start from the bottom, it will reach here 2 pi and will go up, and there will be the line 5 pi by 2 and so on. And now if here one thing is to be noted, earlier in case of sin x and cos x I have told you that alpha must lie between -1 and 1, but here there is no restriction. Your alpha may assume any value from -infinity to infinity. So suppose if your alpha is here, once again draw the line that y is equal to alpha, this line, and y is equal to alpha and y is equal to tan x. There are two graphs, and where the points they are intersecting each other, one is this point, then the next one is this point, then the next point is this point. These distances, this distance is going to be same as this distance, is going to be same as this distance. So if it is theta, that means the first solution is x is equal to theta. Then this is theta, this is your pi, the next destination will be pi plus theta. The next destination will be 2 pi and plus theta. And next will be 3 pi plus theta, 4 pi plus theta, and so on. Generalizing it, you will get x is equal to n pi plus theta, where tan theta is equal to alpha is the first point in the first or second quadrant, you can say, where the graphs of y is equal to tan x and y is equal to alpha intersect each other. So this is the general solution. When tan x is equal to alpha, then x is equal to n pi plus theta for every n belonging to the set of natural numbers, or you can say for integers, where tan theta is equal to alpha. So these are the general solutions if you are given sin x is equal to alpha, or cos x is equal to alpha, or tan x is equal to alpha. If sin x is equal to 0, we know that the curve of sin x assumes the value 0, at which points the points are 0, 2 pi, 4 pi and so on. That means in general you can say 2n pi. If cos x is equal to 0, it will become 2n plus 1 by 2 pi. If tan x is equal to 0, you are getting the values 0 here, here, here. So your x will become n pi. 0 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and so on. So the general solution will become x is equal to n pi. It is because the period, actually sin, cos, tan are all periodic functions. The period of sin and cos is 2 pi, whereas the period of the function tan x is pi. So in case of sin x you are getting the values 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, whereas in case of tan you are getting the values as 0 pi, 2 pi. After every pi you are getting a solution. So these are the solution when you are given sin x is equal to alpha, or cos x is equal to alpha, or tan x is equal to alpha. Then we move on to the square functions when sin square x is equal to alpha, or cos square x is equal to alpha, or tan square x is equal to alpha. So if you are given, suppose sin square x is equal to sin square alpha, you can say, or you can say sin square x is equal to alpha. You can take anything, sin square alpha, where I am taking alpha is equal to sin square theta, will make it a little bit easy. That means sin square x is equal to sin square theta. The graph of sin square x, when you will draw the graph of sin square x, what you will get, the values will become just like this. You are getting all values in positive, negative values will be cancelled out, and once you are getting alpha here, then you are getting values after regular intervals, alpha, pi plus alpha, 2 pi plus alpha, 3 pi plus alpha and so on. So in general you will get the value n pi plus minus alpha. So here will be the value alpha, and here will be pi minus alpha. Pi plus alpha, 2 pi minus alpha, 2 pi plus alpha, 3 pi minus alpha, 3 pi plus alpha and so on. So in general you will get, if sin square x is equal to alpha, that means x is equal to sin square theta. Here it is sin theta. So then what you are going to get, x is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Similar will be the solution if your cos square theta is equal to alpha, where alpha is sin square theta. So I'm taking here x, and even if you get tan square x is equal to alpha, where alpha is equal to tan square theta, the solution will be once again x is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. So what the basic results you have got, you have obtained, first we'll make the table and then we'll solve the questions. So what the results you have obtained? If sin x is equal to sin theta, then general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to the power n theta. This is the first result we have obtained in this video. If your sin cos x is equal to cos theta, the result we have obtained is x is equal to 2n pi plus minus theta. When your tan x is equal to tan theta, your result is x is equal to n pi plus theta. Obviously, everywhere here n you can take from natural numbers or you can take from integers. So these are the values, and then if your sin square x is equal to sin square theta, or cos square x is equal to cos square theta, or tan square x is equal to tan square theta, in all these three cases the general solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus theta, where n is any natural number, or you can say any integer. So these are the general solutions, and now how to use these. One more thing I'll use here. If you are getting two functions and two different solutions in the same question, then their common solutions will be the general solution. That case we will take later on. First I am taking some simple cases. Suppose you are given sin 3x is equal to 1 by 2. You have to solve this equation. You know that this is sin 3x is equal to 1 by 2. In the first quadrant, we know that the value 1 by 2 is assumed by the function sin at the point pi by 6, at the angle pi by 6. So I can write it sin 3x is equal to sin pi by 6. So now you are getting an equation of the type sin x is equal to sin theta, and this will give you the general solution. Since the angle here is 3x, so you will get 3x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to the power n, and theta is here pi by 6. This is the general solution for 3x. So dividing both sides by 3, you will get the general solution for x to be x is equal to n pi by 3 plus minus 1 raised to the power n pi by 18, and this is the general solution. So by putting values of n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, you can get various solutions in the various quadrants for this given equation sin 3x is equal to 1 by 2. Now similarly, suppose you are having some question that tan x is equal to root 3. Now you can take tan 2x to be a little bit more complicated, not too much complicated, only a little bit complicated. I am taking tan 2x is equal to root 3. So what you will get? Tan 2x is equal to, in the first quadrant, this root 3 is the value assumed by the function tan at the angle 60 degree, or you can say pi by 3. So this is tan pi by 3, and now you get the equation of the type tan x is equal to tan theta, and for tan x is equal to tan theta, you know that the solution is x is equal to n pi plus minus theta. So you are getting here 2x is equal to n pi plus pi by 3. This is the general solution, and now dividing both sides by 2, you will get x is equal to n pi by 2 plus pi by 6. This is the general solution for this equation. Tan 2x is equal to root 3. Similarly, I'll take another easy question. So in this video, I'm taking only easy questions. I'm not taking complicated questions. Complicated questions will be in the next videos. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 more videos on trigonometric equations will be there. So another easy question I'm taking. Suppose your question is sine square x is equal to 3 by 4. So this type of equation, how to solve? You can write it as sine square x is equal to root 3 by 2 square. And now root 3 by 2 is the value of the function sine at the angle pi by 3. So you can write sine square x is equal to sine square pi by 3. To make it a little bit complicated, you can take here sine square 4x. So here it will become sine square 4x. You will get sine square 4x. And now your equation is of the type sine square x is equal to sine square theta. And for sine square x is equal to sine square theta, you know that the solution is n pi plus minus theta. So x here is 4x. So what you will get, 4x is equal to n pi plus minus theta is your pi by 3. And dividing both sides by 4, you will get the general solution as x is equal to n pi by 4 plus minus pi by 12. So this is how to solve simple, easy questions of trigonometric equations. I am not going in detail in this video. Here I am stopping here because I have taken only easiest problems today. In the next problem, in the next video, I will take more complicated questions, and in the next video, more and more complicated questions will be there. So I hope you like this video, you will share it with your friends, and especially with 10+1 students of any Indian board, CBSE board, maybe ISC board or any other board, state board. So learn from this video about the solutions of trigonometric equations. Like this video, share it and subscribe my channel. In advance, I am going to make a thanks for you. Thank you once again. We will meet in the next video.